Hi guys, Give Me a Break Man. It's Victor on the Give Me a Break Man channel. Check this out. This is Ice-T action figure. I got it for 37 cents in Japan. There was actually like 100 of them, all for 37 cents. I thought I could just, for less than 30 bucks, I could have an army of little Ice-Ts. Isn't that cool? Okay, that's not why I'm here though. People have been asking me to talk about WikiLeaks. I don't know anything about. I'm not a political or international law expert at all. I'm just an English teacher in Japan. I don't know why people ask me these questions. People asked Brad Pitt a long time ago some political questions. He's like, "Why are you asking me? I'm an actor," which gave me a lot of respect for Brad Pitt when I heard that. But if you are interested in more, let's see, people who actually know what they're talking about, go to a Liberal Viewer. He's got a good video on it. And if you just want people who are angry, go see Sean Bedlam. He's just angry mostly. Now, at first I didn't care about this, but I'll tell you why. There's a certain rule that I live my life by, and it's called everybody knows everything. And this is very useful when you find out your girlfriend's cheating on you, because if you think about it, you kind of knew all the time. You're just waiting for some kind of confirmation, and then you found out before the bitch made the big mistake and let the whole world know. But anyway, or the opposite, you know. So whenever you find out something, you kind of knew. That's the point, right? So for example, this Manning guy, this private, and this is interesting that the right has not picked up on, or has not, pounded. No, you'll see what I mean by no pun intended. Manning was a gay guy, a gay private who had been spurned by a lover a few days before he leaked all this information. It's quite possible he was just like angry at the world and frustrated and wanted to take it out somehow. And he was tired of being used as a tool, and who knows what that meant. It could have a double meaning. But the fact that nobody's making a big deal about it is pretty cool. I think that's good. But it could have been, it could have been anybody who's who'd just been spurned by any sex, right? So, now he leaked the video of military shooting civilians. Everybody knows about that. A couple, I think Reuters photographers. But the thing is, we kind of knew that was going to happen. As soon as you declare war, civilians get killed. That's kind of comes with a package, right? Collateral damage. So yeah, it's terrible that it happened, and the U.S. should definitely look into it, but it's not really a big secret. All the other things that were revealed by these WikiLeaks are not really big deals. Like everybody knows that other countries try to spy on each other all the time. So that stuff about Hillary Clinton, yeah, she got her hand caught in the cookie jar, but do you really think that the United States is not trying to spy on other countries, and vice versa? I mean, our friends Israel, they got caught spying on us a few years back, right? So not a big surprise. Everybody knows that. The fact that Russia has all this mafia influence, really, is that a surprise? Everybody thinks that. Anybody who reads the papers can make that logical deduction. People get kidnapped all the time in Russia. Russia has a lot of mafia. Russian mafia is in New York City. We see movies about that. Even if it's not completely true, it's probably true, because nobody would make a movie. Nobody would go see a movie about something that was completely fiction, unless it was Harry Potter. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. It's not a surprise. That's what I'm saying. Maggie, I'm trying to make a video here, right? What's up? There's my dog. She's like, "Come pay attention to me." Okay, listen. So what do you think about WikiLeaks? Yeah, that's what I thought. Why ask a dog? Well, why ask me? So here's the other thing, though. I'm reading today in the paper that WikiLeaks founder Assange says Pentagon plans to prosecute. And it cites something in the article about the 1917 Espionage Act. And that's a word I cannot say. I've tried. Espionage. But anyway, go to Wikipedia. I'll leave a link at the bottom, and you can read all about this. It's actually pretty interesting reading. You should get up to date on this. Instead of those of you who are going to start talking out of your ass, at least do a little research, like I have, at least a little bit, so then you can talk about your ass just a little bit. Your ass can open up just that much to talk. But yeah, 1917, they did this. They created this thing called the Espionage, and it's kind of really broad, and it's interesting. It says it makes it a crime to convey information with intent to interfere with the operation or success of the armed forces of the United States, or to promote the success of its enemies. So basically, anyone who promotes our enemies can be prosecuted under this law. Oh my God, that's amazing. Remember when Obama, said, "I voted against the war"? That itself he could probably be prosecuted under this law for that, And you can read more about it. I won't read you the whole thing. But a year later, they passed something called the Sedition Act of 1918, which said that it prohibited any disloyal, profane, scurrilous, or abusive language about the form of government of the United States, or the flag of the United States, or get this, the uniform of the Army or Navy. Like, come on, you can't even talk bad about the Army or Navy's uniform? They could use a little Lady Gaga-ing up, if you ask me, but amazing. Luckily, that act was repealed. And here's the part that is most interesting. The U.S. has actually successfully prosecuted a foreigner for doing basically the same thing. In 1983, they prosecuted this guy named Alfred Zehe for reading or reviewing classified U.S. government documents in Mexico and East Germany. And the guy went to jail for 8 years, or he was sentenced to 8 years, and he was released 2 years later with this part of an exchange of 4 East Europeans held by the U.S. for 25 people held in Poland and East Germany. So they did this big exchange. You should read about it. Anyway, the last thing is kind of interesting. In 1971, you probably heard of the Pentagon Papers. So those guys who released those papers were never acquitted. Actually, that ended in mistrial. But here's the interesting thing: the Supreme Court ruled that the New York Times and the Post could be prosecuted, or yeah, the U.S. could still try to prosecute the newspapers for violating the Espionage, which I can't say, Act. So that's interesting, right? But why isn't the United States government going after after Fox News for talking about it and showing actually Julian Assange's big emails on camera? And what about the other newspapers that have published all this information? What about every website? What about this video here? I mean, everybody basically is guilty under this act. So it's ridiculous. And everybody knows everything. And thanks you for asking me to make this video, though I don't know why you'd find it that interesting. Anyway, back next time with more interesting things, like maybe I will get in a whole army of Ice-T guys, and we'll have a soldier and I'll make them all fight and stuff, right? Anyway, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.